Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now if you watched yesterday's show, you'll hear me bragging about the fact that I'd ordered a brand new camera, 60 FPS and all the like. And despite getting 3 emails telling me it was going to be delivered today, it hasn't arrived. So we're still on the old crappy camera today. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be in 60 FPS and a bit better quality. Now what I've done is lined up 5 bands for us to check out today. It's going to be a long one, but I was pulling some bands out of the queue. I pulled the first one out, I thought, yeah, that sounds nice. We'll pull that one out. The next one sounded nice, and the next one sounded nice as well. I thought, well, we'll just throw them all in today. We've also got 2 priority subs in this video as well. Super nice. Thanks for that. First band I'm going to check out made a priority sub. They're back on the channel, Braincell. Their track today is called Defensive Wounds. Now, I ranted on a bunch yesterday about how we didn't have videos for the bands and how much I love the videos. Today we got 5 cool videos to check out as well. Very nice. This one's got violent imagery, so watch out for that. I should put that kind of warning on front of all my videos because we always have something crazy come through. Here we go. Can crank this one up a little bit. Make sure we're nice and loud, yeah. And the mix nicely on this one. Very grisly tone. 11 drumming. Lots of bits going on in this one. Sick drumming. Great vid. Killed it. Great video, high quality as hell. Love to see it. All the stuff that I said yesterday about us not having a video and how cool it is to have a video and stuff like that, I've just been proved right by this band. Sick! High quality video to go with their music. It just did a great job, got into it, watched it, you know, kind of goes with the music well. Very, very nice. These guys killed it with this music. I forgot to mention at the start of the video, I've called today's video Modern Metal. So we've got 5 bands to check out, which is a whole bunch of stuff. But every single band today has got a whole bunch of different modern edges coming together in their music. Metalcore, deathcore, just modern metal kind of, you know, the way it's moved on into the modern scene. Those synthy edges, progressive edges coming in there as well. These guys were all over the place. Tons of riffs, tons of sections, ripping away on the drums, tinging away on all those cool cymbals that he had as well. Cool vocal style to go with it, vocal layering and all the rest of it. Those synthy elements, orchestral elements coming in, aggressive riffs and shredding, had a nice solo. So man, just tons going on in these bands. You couldn't just call them metalcore or something like that because there's way more than that going on in the music. So I'm just going to call them modern metal because I think that's a modern thing to do nowadays, is genre splicing, a riff from this type of music, a riff from that type of music, and blending them together well. Just all heavy elements coming together, you know. It doesn't have to just be a specific genre and sticking to the rules and kind of format of that stuff. You just take the cool stuff from all the heavy genres and pull them together and make a good job of it. Nice job. Very, very cool. Now, this next band's nice and modern as well. These guys, what did they tell me to say? Special instructions. These are a modern metal gent band from Stockholm, Sweden. This is for bands of Gojira, Viljata, and Humanity's Last Breath, which are all super modern bands. Thal type music is what they're calling that. It's got a great guitar tone and all the rest of it. So let's check these guys out. Entroy. The track is called EFTERLIV, which I guess is afterlife in Swedish, maybe. Let's give it a spin. Afterworld. Yeah, don't need to turn these guys up. Massive sound. Great bass tone. Such a massive, powerful sound. Such a heavy sound. If you look at the waveform now, everything, the whole spectrum is just blazing. It's just got such a heavy sound to it. Yeah. Guitars have never hit as hard as they have in this kind of music. This Thal type music, the guitar tones that they use, the digital guitar tones, and the way, you know, they mix them and layer them up. I've watched videos of Buster and how he does his guitar tone. These guys have nailed it on this one with the same kind of power and punch that he's got on his stuff. And I've tried it. I still can't get it to punch as hard as that. My guitars just sound thick and chunky, you know. I get them to sound nice and chunky, but this stuff hits you hard. You can feel the pulse of the, you know, the waveform coming through the speaker in your ears when you got it loud on headphones like this. It's kind of slapping you around the ears. It's that punchy and direct and just loud and heavy, man. It's a new sound for your ears. I really enjoy it because it's taking guitars into a different kind of realm within the mix. They're just absolute powerhouses, and the way you can work the riffs with that type of tone is different. You know, you can just be doing kind of genty stuff on one string, and it's just hits so hard and loud like a massive chord would. Man, nailed it. These guys nailed the sound on this kind of modern Thal type music. Killer drums as well. The punch off the drums to go along with the riffs absolutely slaps you around the ears. I say, you can feel it coming through the speaker when you've got it nice and loud, and that doesn't happen with most of the kind of music. You only get that with like bouncing house and stuff, very bouncy low end stuff. So yeah, man, I haven't been to a gig with these kind of bands, but if these kind of bands can get this sound live as well, and it come out that crisp and punchy from the speakers, man, you're going to walk away with some serious tinnitus after checking out these bands, because it's just slapping you around the ears really hard. At some points in that track there, it was almost kind of uncomfortably heavy, which is not something you say very often, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. There's no such thing as too much heaviness, in my opinion. But this is so heavy, it's just like, you know, it's like kind of being shouted at right in front of a megaphone or something like that. It's just like, holy shit, you know? Crazy. I love this kind of music. Very, very cool. I think these guys absolutely nailed it on this stuff. They need way more listeners. They got 25 subscribers. Just want to have a quick look on their... there's not much information here on their pages. I was wondering if these guys have done the mix themselves, or whether, you know, they've gone to a guy to get this kind of stuff done, because as far as I know, there's not too many people in the world still doing this kind of stuff yet. I think there will be going forward, definitely. But yeah, there's not too many mixers that can capture this sound, because it's a new way to do it. You've got to have the latest and greatest digital tones and mixing techniques and stuff like that. It's very cutting edge in the mix, this stuff. So yeah, if they've done it themselves, amazing. Whoever else has done it for them, amazing job as well. You nailed it. Sick. Next 3 bands we're going to check out, I pulled out of the free queue, and I pulled this first one out. I thought, yeah, these sound cool. And then the next one, I thought, man, they sound great as well. So we'll have 4 bands. And then I pulled the next one out. I thought, man, they sound great as well. So we've got 3 more bands to check out. This is Zetabyte. Their track is called Kaos Magick. These guys sound a bit kind of thorny and genty as well. So got them in with these guys. Let's check them out. Loud. Sliding bass. Hey folks, well, apologies to Zetabyte there. We missed the last 10 seconds of their track. That phone call, as you can probably guess, was my camera arriving. Now all I've done is just plugged it in and just kind of quickly messed with the settings just to see what it's all about. I'm sure I can get it looking better than this, but yeah, this is me in 60 FPS with a new better camera. It looks pretty good from what I can see. All the white kind of blasting out from the sun coming through the window seems a lot better, which is what I was most worried about with the last camera. So yeah, there you go. We've suddenly got an upgrade halfway through the show. Pretty cool. I enjoyed this track. It was very, very nice. This was a heavy track. It's stringy sound. It had that genty, thorny sound, but in a different way. It had some more mids to it, more crunch, more kind of just a bite to it, you know, which was very, very nice. It had that thorny sound, but a different sound to that as well even. So very, very cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Very, very punchy music, because again, just feel this one slapping you around the ears as it came through the headphones. Sick. Love it. Let's move on to the next band. This is Feels Like Home. Their track is called Wildfire. Again, they got another official music video for us to check out. Here we go. Great video. Killed it. I was thinking to myself while this track was on, if you're a 15, 16-year-old now, just getting into your first real heavy bands, you know, with shouting vocals and all the rest of it, there has never been a better time to be alive. Because this kind of music is so heavy, it's so powerful, it slaps around the ears so friggin' hard. It's never been the case before, man. The bands that I got into when I was that age, who I thought were the heaviest shit at the time, Sepultura, Pantera and stuff like that. You go back and listen to those records now, they're just a weak, tinny kind of half-volume mix. It really doesn't come across with the power it should. When you stack them against these kind of bands and these Thor bands and, you know, these guys with extended range guitars, the latest digital tones, the latest mixing techniques to just make everything punch and fly out the mix. There's never been a better time to listen to heavy music, in my opinion. And modern metal, with all the different edges it's got going on, metalcore, deathcore, progressive edges, that Thor and gent stuff coming in as well, have melodic edges and all the rest of it going on. There's so much coming together, so many influences and genre splicing to get to where we're at now. It's kicking ass, man. Because they've just taken all the good bits from other genres, all the heavy bits from other genres, and slapped them together. Blast beats, double bass, punchy drums, thick, ridiculous, genty, chugging guitars. Vocalists that are just shouting their lungs out and layered up and just heavy. Man, you're a youngster nowadays, you better be enjoying this heavy metal because it's killing it. It's the heaviest stuff ever come out. The last band we're going to check out today is called Fromjoy. Their track is called So Young Too Old. These guys sound super cool. Let's check them out on the Mathcore Index. another super loud band. Dope. Sick. Was not expecting a black gaze section, but it went in very nicely.
I lost my grip in my mind, trying to come to terms with what happened that night. Things would be much easier if I was fucking blind.
Man, we've had so much going on in today's video. We had a camera upgrade halfway through as well. And it just shows you that in modern metal, there's just so much going on in the music. Say so much genre splicing, bringing edges together, thinking outside the box, trying to make something new, not just sounding like all the other bands that have come before. You know, not just sounding like metalcore or deathcore or progressive stuff or Thor or all of those things, but all of those things together. Bits and bobs from here and there, super loud, super heavy, bassy, punchy drums, ripping vocals, shouting through the mic, distortion on the vocals. Just so much stuff going on in modern metal. We've checked out 5 bands there, and we've just absolutely run the gambit of a bunch of styles, all the way from metalcore through to black gaze, which I wasn't expecting in that last track, but was very much appreciated. It went in great. I love to hear the blast beats in modern hardcore and metalcore edges as well. I think blast beats are the thing that metalcore and like modern metal has been crying out for all this time. It just sounds sick when you move into a blast. And if you bring in some atmospheric, black gazy, shoegazy, kind of pop edges in that way as well, you know, that's different, that's new. I wasn't expecting it whatsoever, and it happened, and I was like, yeah, good idea. So that's what I'm saying with these new modern metal bands. You can't put your finger on exactly what style and genre they are, because there's all sorts of going on in their music, so you just got to call them modern metal. I'm sure there'll be a you know, a new name like Thor has come out for that style of stuff. For this other kind of more hardcore-y and metalcore-y style stuff. But anyway, I think it sounds super dope. It hits your ears like an absolute ton of bricks. You can feel it coming out of the headphones and slapping you around the ears. It feels good. And as I say, if you're a youngster nowadays, you've got such heavy bands to get into, man, that you can just really rock out to. And no doubt these bands sound killer live as well. So when you get to see them live, they're just going to absolutely blow you away. Sick. Man, never been a better time to be into heavy metal and the heaviest genres with shouting, screaming vocals. You don't have to dig them out so much nowadays. You come across them in kind of everyday living. They just fucking hit you around the ears. It's hard. You know, you don't forget them because you go away with a black eye after listening to these bands. It's so dope. The mix is so loud and so heavy. It just hits your ear in a different way to music has done in the past. And when we're talking about heavy, aggressive, chunky music, couldn't ask for more than just, you know, the music to give you a clobbering. Sick. Hope you've enjoyed those bands today. I hope you've enjoyed the camera upgrade halfway through. I'll try and get it looking a bit cooler than this. I think we can do better than that, but it looks good in 60 FPS and all the rest of it. I'm happy with it. So we'll see you around tomorrow. We're flying through the week. See you guys. Bye.